Well, hello there, Carol Dockum here with Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. And I'm super excited to continue with our Business Spotlight series. Our special guest today is, let's see, hang on one second. Got it. All right. Facebook is asking a new question here, but our special guest today is Allie Jean. And I just want to say she is amazing. I met her online, I believe it was around 3 years ago, when live streaming was just kind of initiated and just started here. But Allie Jean is a brand strategist, e-publisher, visibility coach, and designer, and she has over 20 years of experience in advertising, marketing, and design. Allie has worked for companies like Rolling Stone, where she was first introduced to large-scale digital marketing campaigns. She also runs the VisibilityYOU, which is a community and course for women who want to be fearlessly themselves using video, live streaming, and audio for their social media strategy. So please help me welcome Allie Jean.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. Oh, I am so happy to have you here, Allie Jean. As I mentioned, you and I met initially first online. I think I caught you just doing a Facebook Live, maybe even 4 years ago, when it was kind of just first launching. And I just want to say that you captivated me. I really admired your confidence and being fearless. And now that is exactly what you do with VisibilityYOU. So tell us a little bit about how you got started, even your background with design, marketing, digital marketing before it became the thing. And yeah, so let's hear about you and your background.
Absolutely. So hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here with Carol. And yeah, I have a very colorful background. I have always been an artist at heart. I've been a creative person for my entire life. Both my mother and father were in advertising and marketing and sales. They were fearless. And I think that's where I learned it from the most. But I want to say this, that no matter how fearless I seem or come across, I always have fear. The difference is, and this is what I teach in VisibilityYOU, is I use fear to my own advantage. And I think this is what my parents taught me, even my grandparents, everyone that I was around really as a kid, which has really worked well for me as an entrepreneur, very super outgoing. And so, I mean, I'll give you a little story about how outgoing I'm talking about. I'm talking about my father being a real estate agent, being at an open house, and the customers saying that they liked the house across the street, my dad dragging us over there and then selling it to people who didn't even want to sell their house.
Well, I would say that is being fearless, right?
That is really fearless. I mean, I was embarrassed, but I was like also thinking, this is my dad. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Right.
But I did learn something from it. And I've been working my whole life. My first job that was actually documented, because I've been working, my first real job was entrepreneurial. Actually, I used to make wreaths and all kinds of crafts and sell them door to door with my granny. So I was young, I was like 6 years old, 7, 10, 12, and I would want to go out there and make money crafting my things. But, you know, I moved up in the ranks, and my first job was when I was 13. I moved out of my home and worked and lived when I was 16. I was always like ready just to fly. And I think that works for my advantage as well, being an entrepreneur. I'm ready to jump in, even though I'm afraid. And you know, I really like to get people to do things that they find scary or uncomfortable, but I try to do it in a way that speaks to them and the essence of who they are. So, you know, I don't want to put you in a place where you're terrified, because that's not going to work for you or your brand identity or your visibility online. You're just going to be hating me. to be hating me. And so all of these skills and things, I work for Rolling Stone, doing large scale marketing campaigns, assisting with them, with directors, the publisher of Rolling Stone, talking to like the head of GM. So just always in touch with people that were super exciting, amazing people that I aspired to. And I learned a lot from all of these experiences. And I knew when we moved out here. So we moved out here about 10 years ago. It's actually going to go on 11 years soon. And we live in the countryside. I always wanted to live in nature. I super love it out here because it gives me a chance to think and to slow down my high energy. I have a lot of high energy. My mind's always going. It doesn't shut off. And so being amongst the trees is definitely helpful. However, there's nothing out here. I mean, I'd have to drive really far to get to Ann Arbor, Michigan, which I love that place. But to go there every single day to commute, I just was kind of dreading that idea, even though Google's there. Like there's amazing companies in Ann Arbor. But at the time, we were actually going through that economic crash. And here in Michigan, I know in Ohio, it was horrible. So there was not many opportunities for a long time in Michigan. We just started recovering probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And I knew I had to do something else. I knew I had to take life by the horns and just ride it, and that sounds kind of sexy, but I'm just thinking, I'm thinking like, I can't rely on working for another corporation. I can't rely on the economy always being good. I can't rely on somebody else to make me happy. And to be honest, no matter what the opportunity I ever had or made for myself, I always felt like part of me was out of control, and I'm a bit of a rebel. And so that always made me feel uncomfortable and unsatisfied, which is why I opened up AllieJean.com. So, I've been doing this for a long time, and I love to work with women with their brand identities. And I think that we all get caught up in the elements of our brand, the website, the logo, the copy, the sales page, all of these things. And it takes forever. Maybe you're in Canva for like hours. And I'm going, no. Like you need to be visible. You need to be live streaming. You need to get your identity out there so people know you and they can relate to you, especially after all we've been through in the past couple years. This is a moment where there's going to be a big divide. That's what I believe. There's going to be the people who get it and they understand that they need people to know them and trust them. And there's going to be the people who keep doing what they've been doing for the past 10 years. And those strategies won't work. And I think what's really overwhelming for people is that in social media and basically in all business now, especially after that big shutdown where people were forced to go on Zoom, forced to do all these business tasks and actions and, all this stuff that they weren't used to online. That was, I've been doing this forever. I think that everyone should get it, but I keep putting the message out there anyways, because it's just changing so fast. One minute you think you know Facebook, the next minute you don't. You think you know TikTok or Clubhouse or LinkedIn, and then you go in a couple weeks later and you see, you're like, where's that button? Like they moved it, and that can all be overwhelming. That's why I say just keep things simple. Be visible, get out there, tell people who you are, what you're about, and what you're excited about, how you can help, and do it all the time. Make it a part of your weekly strategy. And I know Carol has, because she told me all about it. And you see her all over the place. She's got a Clubhouse group. I just opened a Clubhouse group today for VisibilityYOU. So I'm so excited. But she got me into Clubhouse. And I was in there and I thought, I don't know what to do. I was like really kind of freaked out over it. And I don't really get freaked out easily, but I was just uncomfortable because I'd never been visible that way. I'd never just been a voice. And all of a sudden I got, I went into Carol's group and I thought, I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to press this little hand emoji. And I was a little nervous. I was on a walk. And that was the cool thing, is I was on a walk listening to everybody's advice. I got to be a part of it. I was scared, but did it anyways.
I was so happy that you did, and I'm thrilled to see you, hear you, I should say, on Clubhouse, since it is an audio only app. And Allie Jean, wow, what a backstory you have. I think it truly shows your creativity and your passion for what you do in terms of helping your clients with personal branding and helping them show up confident, fearlessly, as the best version of themselves. And yeah, I absolutely just love that.
Thank you. Thank you. I should mention this too, because it's really exciting. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with all kinds of personal stuff. And I talk about this a lot because you can't cover it up and you can't lie about it. Because it comes out in your energy, especially when you are live streaming and, in doing video and these kinds of things, or raising your hand in a Clubhouse room. Your personal life will make you want to hide. All the bad things that have happened, even I barely live streamed last year. And so this is a little of a confession, and it really became apparent this year. I started looking at it and kind of going, wow, why did that happen? Because I never was in a place where I was afraid or not doing that. And I actually didn't even notice I was not doing it. I didn't even notice it. It's just there was all this stuff going on, and I simply began to hide more and more. It affected my bottom line, it affected my finances, it affected my visibility. It starts to, erode your entire business. And that's scary. These social media platforms, they're not favoring graphics. They're not favoring just writing or post. They're favoring live streaming. They're favoring video. They're favoring audio if they have that feature. They're favoring you using the tools within their platforms. So nothing against this, Carol, but I'm telling you, we would get more traction by using the Facebook Live tool. And that's like, or stories or reels, like in Instagram. Knowing those kinds of things can really be a game changer for you. And I think that what is scary for me is that there's so many problems that are happening to everyone's families right now in so many facets of our lives, in so many different ways, that you're just going to put it off. You're going to make yourself busy with things that are not making you visible and taking your business and brand to the next level. It scares me because it happened to me, and I barely even knew it was happening while it was happening. So having someone in your circle that can hold you accountable for that, making it a part of your weekly strategy so that people know you and you're holding yourself accountable for it. Because really, like, you guys, you all have a gift and a purpose to be a part of society and to allow us to know those things and to be a part of your world. Because that is beautiful. You are beautiful on the inside and the outside. And I think, especially for women, it becomes really apparent when we're young that we need makeup, we need to color our hair, and I do these things, but I'm trying not to do it for video or for live streaming. I'm trying to do it for myself. I don't think that you need green screens or a particular background. I've seen moms out there with their hair in a bun, no makeup, selling thousands of dollars of worth of something on their kid's bed, and you can hear the kids in the background and they're just hustling. I know some people are against the whole hustle, but that to me is like good hustle. That's authentic hustle. That's someone that's really passionate about her business. She loves herself enough to know that she doesn't need to put on a big show and glamorize her audience. So, learning how to speak normally on video and not changing your voice to an announcer. Or, thinking that you have to be anything else but who you would be if we were literally in your home with you, just talking and having like coffee.
I love that.
That's what I'm about. And I just want everyone to simplify their businesses and their visibility and grow, not, add more subscriptions or add more filters or think that you need lots of software like Infusionsoft to make it.
Right.
And to also just stop following those people who are constantly, I'm sorry if this is you, but millionaires, I posted about this. Millionaires do not talk about themselves being a millionaire.
I think
so. If you see that out there, yeah, I mean, if you see that out there,
right,
just move on. And if you're triggered by it, if you feel like, oh, I got a follower, she's a millionaire, stop yourself and kind of go, what am I fearing? What is happening here?
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there because it's really apparent this year. There's a lot of predatory practices going on social media, and it does have a bad rap. And I like to look at the positive things of social media and stay within those realms. And that kind of advice keeps even me in the good boundaries that I need.
No, I absolutely, yes, I absolutely love that you shared that. And I really appreciate you sharing, you're taking a little break last year. But then I think you really came to the realization of how it affected and impacted your business, your bottom line, and how important it is to stay consistent. And I absolutely love social media, LinkedIn, Clubhouse. I feel like they're all a gift. They're new technology that we can leverage to not only share, our passions and who we are, and also impact others in a positive way. So I think that if they're used in the right way, they can actually create win-win opportunities for everyone, not only on a social level, but on an educational level as well. And you just never know who needs what you have to offer. But I love what you do, Allie Jean, in terms of just showcasing and helping your clients with visibility, their personal branding, and overcoming that fear of being visible. I know when I initially started off doing my first live streams, I think it was about 3 years ago, I too, was extremely nervous. I'm sure there are others out there that feel the same way about, I don't like my voice. I don't like the way I look on camera. And finally, I had to say, get over yourself. You have something of value that you are creating here that will help small business owners and entrepreneurs connect and or bring education to the table that will help them up-level their businesses. And I have to get over myself and just do it. And the crazy thing is that once you just get out there and you just, as you mentioned, you're genuine, you're authentic, you're just being you, you're delivering a message and having fun with it. And then it becomes no big deal, right? You get beyond and you push through that fear factor. So I absolutely love what you do, Allie Jean. I know I said that probably 3 times now.
Oh, you can keep saying it.
But it is so true. And you inspired me. I think it was 3 years ago when I first saw you being one of the first really to do Facebook Lives and live streaming.
I really was too.
It really was.
I was a beta tester for the Facebook Live tool.
Okay.
So in my first Facebook Live, I was upside down and I had no plan. I think I talked about crystals.
But you did it, right? And you inspired and impacted, I don't know how many thousands of other people to do the same. And you are continuing to do that now with you've got a whole new program that you're launching on November 1st. So I'd love for you to share what that is, what it is, and who is it for? And why should they jump in?
I think that this is the best time to jump in. Right now, as I said, there's a lot of you out there that have either stopped using these visibility tools over the past couple of years, and you haven't integrated them into your weekly marketing plan. This is a creative 10-week boot camp. And I've never called it a boot camp before. This truly is a boot camp. Each week, we are going to go through the different kinds of visibility tools of live streaming, video and audio. It's going to be fun, but I'm also going to push you like anyone would expect in a boot camp. And that's because in the very last week, we're going to be building up all of your leadership qualities, confidence, but also kind of wrapping it up in this blanket of self-love, because I want you to feel comfortable, not just being you, but kind of going, I don't need to have, like, I want you to shed all of the things that you think you need to be, how you think you need to sound, what you think you need to have to do these things. I want you to focus on that you are enough and that you are special. We are all special. We all have something that is a gift that we can give to the world. And when you start to glob on all of this stuff because you see someone out there who looks professional or whatever, I don't want to build an army of actors. I want to see a circle of women loving each other, networking with each other, building each other up. And then in the last week, which will be the first week of 2022, we're going to do the Women Empowering Women Summit. And everyone who joins is going to be a guest speaker. So all those skills that you learned, all the social media platforms that we went to. So this is not just for Facebook. This is for Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, all of them, any of them, even ones that I haven't listed. We're going to experiment so much and have fun. There is no age limit. There is no experience level that wouldn't be learning something that is going to literally take you to the next level of your business and your life, because it really is personal. Like I said before, there's things that we're going to learn in there together, and they're going to be personal because we've all gone through stuff. I don't want you to not be visible because you got in an argument with your husband or your wife or your significant other. I don't want you to not be visible because there is an emergency or you lost a client or your car broke down. Those things will continue to happen no matter how happy, successful, and rich you are. And I'm very passionate about it, as you can tell, because I want all of these people to put out the positive energy that they have available inside of them to live fearlessly, to be fearlessly themselves. And I think it's going to be so much fun when we do the Women Empowering Women Business Summit in the first week of January. Thousands of people are going to see us. So
I'm excited
it's
for
going to be
you.
wonderful. Yeah, it starts November 1st. It's $397 for the whole course. And I can give Carol a link to put into the comments. There's a whole schedule that I can point you to. I'm going to throw up a little bit of a information page later this afternoon on my site, alleyjean.com, and that's ALLEYJEAN.com. And you can also join my free community. So if you're not ready to do the boot camp and you kind of want to see what's going on, I started a new community on Facebook, and it's called VisibilityYOU, YOU, and you can find it there. I could probably put a link in the comments as well for that, because we'd love for you to be in there. And we do a lot of cool things. Thursdays, for instance, we're doing Thursday video challenge, and we do fun things like reading poetry and just being visible in a way that feels less about business and more about you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Allie Jean. Yes, please share those links below. I think it sounds like a fabulous boot camp that you're offering beginning November 1st. And what a great way, number one, to get beyond those fears and really I think you really learn by doing is what I've experienced. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are. And it is just a great way to expand your market reach. I always say you just never know who is going to see you, hear you, and your message. And when that resonates with someone, I think that's where the magic happens, and that will impact your bottom line as well. But the growth experience that you will have just from doing this VisibilityYOU Bootcamp with Ali Jean will be tremendous. So I just want to say thank you so much, Ali Jean, for joining us today and sharing your gifts with the world. And we cannot wait to see more of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.